This is Holly with VoiceTheWoodlands.com, and I have the amazing Cory Morrow on the line today to talk about the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. How are you, Cory?
I'm better than I deserve. Doing very well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we're really excited about the upcoming Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. I know you performed there last year, but you'll be performing this year, Saturday, October 15th at 8:30 on the Texas stage. And I mean, you were phenomenal last year, and I know you'll do a great job this year too. I'm really excited to see you.
So much. That's a big month for us. October. My wife and I celebrate our anniversary, and then our twins were born the day after our anniversary. So
Oh my
I'll be
goodness.
I should be in a good mood on October 15th. So
Well,
it'll
good. Well,
be a
happy
week after both
anniversary.
of those. Yeah, I think it'll
Oh,
be 8 years.
that's
8 years.
great.
Yeah. 8 years and 4 kids. That's pretty good.
And looking for more babies, right?
We are looking for more babies. Yeah. So Johnny, we're looking for that. So yeah, looking for more.
There you go. Oh, that's so funny. I just did an interview with Johnny Lee yesterday.
Isn't he cool?
He
I love that guy.
is. He is so down to earth and
He's just a gentle, really gentle soul, and he clearly still loves what he does, and that's for guys like me. That's really an inspiration. And he loves being on stage. He loves being around people, and he genuinely you can see it on his face when he's talking to you, or when you're talking to him. He's listening, and you can see that he's paying attention to what you're saying. He's taking it in, and then he responds to what you're saying.
yes.
And that's a lesson I think most men who are married need to work on. I know I do. It's a really good practice with your wives to listen and respond. But I just noticed he's really got that about him, and he's becoming an inspiration in his personality and his demeanor for me.
That's yeah, he's pretty awesome and I can't wait to see him. I hope you get to stay and see him cuz he is playing on Sunday.
Well, I think that we. Oh, on so that's the next day. Well, you know what? I'll work on that. And Conroe's a pretty cool place to hang out. I'll see if I can get my wife to come up, and maybe we can have a little anniversary celebration.
There you go. There you
Come
go.
on, we can go out on the lake. That'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
All right.
fun.
All right, I'm gonna send her a text right now.
Okay, well you do that. So, so give me a little bit of background information about, how you got started and I know you're really passionate about your music and your faith and give me a little bit more give me some more background information.
So you want the dirt?
The
Um,
dirt.
I was born and raised in Houston. Went to Memorial High School. Got out of high school, went to Texas Tech for a few years, and that was really where, picked up the guitar when I was in high school. Started playing I started taking lessons every week. And then when I got to college, I met a bunch of guys in my fraternity, and they were all in love with Robert Earl Keen, and I'd never heard of him. And then they started introducing me to some other music that was sort of in that genre. And I just was fascinated with their fascination of that music, and really started paying attention and listening, and I started getting it, and that's kind of where the hope and desire came from. And so I started trying my hand at writing songs, and the guys liked the ones that I was writing, and that was all I really needed, was just a couple of people giving me confirmation that they thought it was all right.
That's very
And
cool.
I took off from there and moved to Austin eventually, and have been here pretty much since about 1995 or 1996, about 20 years or so.
Okay.
And the ups and downs have been, there's been some stuff in the papers that people can Google, and you can find out about all my fun legal history. But I've gone through a bunch of crazy ups and downs and roller coaster in my life of trying to figure things out. The background, the deep, dark, dirty background is that I just was trying to find meaning in my life and trying to figure out what it was all about. And I dove into, drugs and women and a selfish desire to be famous and popular and liked. And it all kind of led to the same place. It was a destructive place.
Right.
But the blessing is that I'm I'm still here. I got an opportunity to keep going and to sing a new song and to be grateful for all that I have. And nobody got hurt for the most part along the way, and I think that's amazing. I get to celebrate the new life that I've got, the family that I have now, the love that is shared in that comes from that. It just really blows my mind every day. And now I have, because of technology and Facebook, I have better communication with the people that follow us, and I'm able to, really be more connected with them and share the things that are going on in my life with them too. And that's really tremendous and amazing as well. So, that's sort of the short version of it all. I once was lost and now I'm found, I guess,
There you go. There you go. And I do follow you on Facebook, and a lot of your posts are very inspirational and very real and very genuine. I appreciate that. So, does your son, Bear, right? Is he showing any interest in music?
They all do.
Okay.
In fact, I'm considering posting something tonight on, soon on Facebook, where they're all singing and dancing, but it's not me singing and dancing with them, it's just them.
Aww.
We'll see. I'm not sure about, I got to talk to my wife to see if we're going to do it or not, but they all love it when I pick up the guitar and start playing. They run and go grab their instruments, and they grab microphones and whatnot and start singing and dancing. And most of the time that's what they do. Sometimes they just go crazy all over the house and go running back and forth because they're 2, 3, and 5 years old. So that's what you do when you're that age. But they definitely have a musical bug. Waylon has a really amazing knack for singing and picking up. He's able to sing like in key. It's really crazy.
Wow.
So he can hit all the notes and make the melody. When he's humming or singing a melody, you know exactly what it is because he's nailing it,
Okay.
And the others are sort of singing in a monotone. They'll get the words right, but their melody doesn't change. They don't change notes really. But Waylon's figured out how to sing the different notes, and so it's going to be fun. We'll see.
That's
If it becomes a really big hobby for them, or if it becomes a way of life, I'm going to encourage them any which way they want to go, as long as they're keeping the right things, up at the top of their priority list, and that they're being, generous and kind and selfless individuals in this world. That they're giving up themselves to others instead of trying to take for themselves. And that's what we're trying to encourage of them, and I'll be a supporter of whatever they want to do, as long as they're following that path.
I love that. You're doing a good job.
I have a wonderful wife. She's doing an amazing job. I'm kind of following along and cheerleading.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Again, I want to mention to the listeners that you are going to be playing at the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival on Saturday, October 15th at 8:30 on the Texas stage. What songs are you going to be performing, or have you thought about that song list yet?
I'm gonna start trying to reach out to the fans and see what they want to hear.
Okay.
There's different takes on it. Some people really like some of the new stuff, and a lot of people really like to hear the old stuff. So we try very hard to create sets that have a good mix of everything, and at the same time, we want to be able to keep the show upbeat and moving, and we want people to be like enjoying themselves. So there's definitely a little bit of a skill to figuring out what to play and when to play it. So
sure, you just gotta.
We'll play whatever you want to hear.
Okay.
We'll play the songs you want to hear.
Well, if you do a post on your Facebook page asking the fans what they want to hear, I'll be sure to share that on our Voice of the Woodlands Facebook page.
Thank you.
And make sure that they tag you in their responses. So I'd be happy to do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
And we've just added some new songs to voicethewoodlands.com. So we're playing quite a few of your tracks on there.
Bless you.
So tell me about. Huh? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just being silly. I said you're getting our checks.
Yes, that's right. So tell me a little bit about your latest album.
Called The Good Fight, and it came out I think last June.
Yes.
2015, and it's really been a neat journey. I always write where I'm at, and the songs that I write are a reflection of what's going on in my life. And so I almost don't even realize what's happening until it's done, and then I step back and I listen to the songs and I take it in context of everything that I've ever done before and where we are, and where the world is, and I kind of then I sort of like put my rear end down and realize, okay, this is where I'm at, and it's pretty neat to see and kind of clear that I'm in a good place where my faith is my main focus, and I've come to a good and peaceful spot in my life, and seeking that on a regular basis. And these songs are reflecting this joy and this new walk and this newfound peace and hope. And I'm hoping that it's doing it in a way that's attractive to people that have been with us for the last 20 years, and that it's attractive to new people too. So we just go about making music the best that we can, writing from our hearts, and just praying that it's something that people enjoy. So I feel like it's some of our best work, and they're absolutely some of my favorite songs on there. When you're the artist writing the new stuff, your favorite songs are usually your new ones. And I think as a longtime fan, it just depends on if you're a longtime fan and you've been following and you get every record, then you love the new records because you love to see where they are. If you're a longtime fan and you haven't really been following and getting the new records, then you kind of want to hear the old stuff.
Right.
And so it's like I said a minute ago when we were talking about the show. It's kind of a difficult talent to know when and what to play, but I'm hoping that people will give each of our new records a chance and just kind of walk with us in this place that we're at, because we're not who we used to be, but we still love playing the songs that reflect who we used to be, and talk about those times. But we want to live where we are right now, and I think this new record is definitely a really good reflection of where we are right now.
That's awesome, and I've been listening to the album, and there's some really great songs on there, and I really really like them. And me coming from California, I didn't know what Texas Red Dirt Country was, and
I still don't know what it is.
Now I know, and I'm completely hooked. So
right on.
Yes,
California. You know what? We did our first California run. I've been doing this since for 20 years, I guess, and I did my first California run this January of 2016.
Where did you go?
And we had a blast. We went to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento, Paso Robles, and Sonoma.
Okay. So I actually went to college in Napa.
Nice.
And then I grew up in Marin County, which is just north of San Francisco. And right before I moved here, we were right north of Sacramento.
Right on.
So,
my wife and I went and took a trip to San Francisco a couple of years back, and it was really neat. We went across the Golden Gate, and we went up into the valley and into the wine country. And
isn't it gorgeous?
Oh my gosh! I mean, I wanted to have more time to really drive those roads and those highways and see the terrain that's up there, but. I envy that you got to go to school up there and spend so much time. California's pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, I took it for granted.
We usually do.
I should have gone to San Francisco more than I did, and I should have gone to Napa more than I did, and gone to the coast, and so.
There are a lot of Californians that are Texans at heart, so.
Well,
I think we have more in common than we know.
I feel this is home. This is definitely home for me. So
There you go. I'm
not going anywhere else. I love California, and I don't have frizzy hair there, but I don't mind being here.
There you go. You hear that, everybody? This is home. He said, California transplant, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Well, Cory, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and we're excited to see you at the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. We'll have a booth out there right next to the Texas stage this year, so maybe we'll come over and say hello. And
yeah, come say hi.
Yes,
we'll
and
talk about music in California.
Absolutely. Well,
right.
Again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you giving us some time.
Of course.
I enjoyed it.
And of course,
What?
if anyone wants to, learn more information about you and download some of your your music. The website that they can go to is
CoryMorrow.com, and that will lead you to all our social medias and merchandise and tour scheduling and everything you'll need to know. You can kind of link through that website.
Yeah, you're busy. You have a lot on your schedule.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you so much.